doing today is, well, an introduction to Laplace's equation. And if we have chance, get to one activity that will solve Laplace's equation. And in dealing with the uniqueness theorem. Okay. So our first question deals with, I should say there's two versions to what we solve. We have Poisson's equation here, that is if we have a charge density, and then it turns into Laplace's equation if there's no charge in the region that we're interested in. Okay. So, but in this case, this question is asking if we have Poisson's equation, if the charge density throughout some volume is 0, it says what else must be true throughout the volume? I think you can enter it twice.
Yeah, whatever you
Change
put
it.
in
Your
the
last
right.
answer will be the answer that's stored in the computer. So I think there's 7. Nope. There's 7 of us here right now. Yes. Okay. So there we go. All right. So we got some A's, B's, and some C's. So the question is, what must the answer be?
Well, we know A is true based on the equation.
We do?
Density 0.
If the density is 0, the potential has to be 0?
Integrate.
It doesn't have to be 0. When is the second derivative 0? No, when the first derivative is a constant, which would mean the other one would be some function, right?
Okay.
Okay? So it doesn't have the potential doesn't have B. Does the electric field have to be 0 if there's no charge density? It says, okay, so the clue to this, it says we're looking at some volume in which the charge density is 0. It never tells you what's outside that volume. So there could be an electric field.
I said B. What is that? I know B.
And so, and the correct answer is D. It doesn't tell, it's not, none of those above is necessary for the charge density to be 0. Okay? So, and that brings us to when we solve these problems, we're going to solve these problems by knowing the boundaries around the problem, not actually what's in it. Okay, let's look at this one. It says Y is a closed loop. Why is this why is this line integral equal to 0 when you go around a closed loop in electrostatics? Boy, that was fast. Did everybody got an answer?
Since the question's not open.
Well, the question's not open. That would be a problem. Let me try this now. Now it's open. Okay. I'm going to stop here because I have a limited amount of time. All right, so we've got more than half the class on D, some on A, and some on. Okay, where is my? And some on C. I think the correct answer is D. All of the above have to be true because if the closed loop integral is 0, that makes the curl 0. That also makes that the electric field is a conservative field, or should I say a conservative electric force is a conservative force, which means that energy would be conserved. If I put energy in the system, I should be able to get it back out again. It's not depleted by anything that's hard to retrieve. It's reversible. I would say the system is reversible. And then if those three things are all true, then the potential between 2 points is the same thing. No matter what path I take, I should get the same potential difference between those points. And so that's what makes
it same point.
Yeah, if you start and end at the same point, you have to be 0, right? All right, so where is my mouse? It's over there. Okay. So I have a region of space that contains no charge. What can I say about V in the interior? Let me open the equation here. Spread across the board, but most everybody is on C. All right, so this goes to help us to solve these two equations, or at least Laplace's equation here. All I know is in the interior region that rho equals 0, so what does that tell me about what's inside? What's not changing? I don't think it can tell you that. I mean, there could be, all it's telling me is the charge in here is 0. It's not telling me about anything that's on the outside of it, right? So there could be charge out here creating an electric field, right?
That's what I said.
Yeah. I think the answer should be A. And what this is to teach us is in order to solve this equation, we have to know the boundary conditions, right? It's all based on the boundary conditions. Once we know the boundary conditions, I should be able to solve what's inside. So that also forces the maximas and minimas of whatever this function V is going to happen on the boundaries. It's not going to happen on the inside, okay? Because we're basically averaging the boundaries to get what's available on the inside.
In order to have a maximum on the inside, your density would have to be greater than 0.
Yes, we would have to have some charge on the inside. For Poisson's equation, that's correct. All right, so here's another one. All right, so now I've got a region of space with no charge. The boundary of the potential is 0 everywhere. What can I say about the potential on the interior? This question. Okay. Well, at least you didn't pick A. So what did we just say? In order to solve Laplace's equation, what do we have to know? All right, so we know the bound, and I said something after that. If the boundaries are 0, what's going to happen on the inside? It's got to be 0, right? Because you have no max and mins on the inside. It can't be anything else but 0. It's got to be the same thing across. Okay?
I mean, C is still correct, because 0 is...
Usually when they're asking for a constant,
They're saying some
non-zero number. 0 is a very unique constant.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
C,
So everyone is right.
yes, just
To a degree.
to a degree, yes.
I would agree. 0 is a constant, but 0 is a unique constant that sets it aside from any other constant number there is in the universe. All right. There we go. How about we try this question? All right, so I have two very strong, big capacitors. They're ideal capacitors that are well separated. And it says if they are connected by two thin conducting wires as shown, is this an electrostatic situation physically stable? Right, would this remain? I think I've opened up the question. See what the answer to this is. Okay. What do we got? I got half the class on yes, half the class on no. So what's the right answer? Is it physically stable?
No,
Why not?
because the charges will flow until it's zero. There's zero net charge, and so it's constantly changing. Right?
What the half the class says yes. Does anybody want to speak for the yes side? Okay, if you're not willing to stand up for your beliefs, you'll never figure out that you're wrong. Okay, or right.
The charges will flow until there's zero net charge. Well, difference.
Yeah, I don't think it's a stable situation because I believe the repulsive forces between these alike charges are greater than the attractive force. So they're going to still want to get as far away as possible as they can from all other minus charges. And it's got a path to do that. So they will move until there's no net charge anywhere in this system. Right? Because there is a path for them to move. I don't think this is a stable situation. It's one thing I know about charge. If it's got a chance to flow, it will flow. All right. How about all right, same situation, it's just I removed one of the wires. Is this a stable situation? Answers here. I got some yeses and some nos here. what's the correct answer? Is it stable or is it unstable? Anybody got a reason why they chose yes or no?
Well, there's still a negative plate connected to a positive plate, so there's going to be some potential. But I also see that the negative charges on the other side of the capacitor are attracting the positive.
Right, and
So I don't know.
there's no place for this charge to go right now.
Yeah,
So
for the
it's
negative
good
charge to
for the
go.
negative charge to go, or the positive charges
On the
over
other
there.
side, yeah.
So I think this would be considered to be stable.
Would be stable.
If there were paths for the charges to go, for both charges to go, it's unstable.
Okay.
But if there's only one path for one of them, I think this would still be a stable situation. Since these
And would it-
cannot get farther away from each other, they're stuck in that configuration.
Yeah, for the negative charges.
Yeah. And so those would attract the positive charges.
Would it depend on the distance between the two capacitors?
No, I don't think so. If it's a conducting wire, it's going to conduct.
That's what I'm thinking.
Unless I get this wire so thin, it's like it's of a diameter that only lets one electron through at a time, and then the stuff I'm teaching you here completely breaks down. We have to go to quantum mechanics at that point, because the charges, I can count individual electrons at that point. I'm on a small enough scale. I have to apply what is called quantum electrodynamics to solve the problem. All right.
So that one is stable.
Yeah, I think that one would remain stable. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to